The Birth of a Nation is directed by Nat Turner, who also produced it, wrote the screenplay, and like I said, directed it, and he also stars in it. This guy kills it. If this guy doesn't get an Oscar nomination, at least for actor, director, and Best Picture, someone shoot me right now. Just kidding, don't do it. The Birth of a Nation is a powerful, powerful true story account of Nat Turner, who was a slave all of his life until when he became a certain age, he was brought into this white home to learn proper English and read really great books, including one of my favorites, the Bible. And later on, they realized they could utilize him for other slave locations to bring them, to calm down the slaves pretty much and make them do their work and listen to their masters. And they're manipulating the Bible. And Nat Turner is not having that. Up until then, I will let you guys know, the rebellion doesn't start until the last 25 minutes of the film. So if you think this movie is all about just rebellion, no, it's not. It's a character study about a very, very sad man who is in this horrible time, and they truly do a great job portraying how terrible this man's life was. In my own humble opinion, it is a very, very, very awesome film. It is inspiring, captivating, brutal. It is a long haul of brutality in this film. If you think it's all happy, roses all flying all over the place, don't watch this movie. If you want to see a movie about a man who's been through a lot, this is your movie. But if you're not into that, don't watch this movie. But there is one thing that I will say that was a negative, was the first 30 to 40 minutes was a little bit sluggish. Not bad, because I understand they need to show character development with all these different characters, especially Nat Turner's. But it does have some pacing issues there. Now on to my positives, Nat Turner. He kills it as Nat Turner. He also wrote it, directed it, all the jazz. He needs to be uplifted for this movie because he killed it. You see the passion. That's one thing I respect the heck out of this man. You see the passion oozing through not just his acting, but through the camera, the shots that he comes up with. It is a very beautifully shot film. That is another positive. They just show you in this dark, gloomy time that there is sometimes beauty, and that is very rare in films like these. The score is another one of my favorite things of the film. It is very emotional. It reaches out to you and pulls you in and never lets you go. It is truly one of the best scores possibly this year, and I really want it to get a nomination for the Oscars and the Golden Globes. Quite possibly my favorite scene in this whole entire film is between Nat Turner, his owner, and this pastor. And basically, Nat Turner does something that they don't agree with, and they're yelling at him, and then Nat Turner comes up with a Bible verse to say back at them, and then the pastor says something back at him, a Bible verse, and then it just goes back and forth, and then Nat Turner just shuts it down. And I thought it was very interesting how people who grew up differently, white or black, utilize the Bible in a very different way. And obviously, white people utilized the word slave as in literally the slaves back then, and then their masters as the white people who owned the nice houses, who whipped people. And it's very disturbing and very awestrucking that our country did that. And I don't know, I just felt like talking about that because it's a very powerful scene that people need to watch, and the Word of God is meant to invoke life, not death. Overall thoughts, Birth of a Nation is one of the most powerful films this year. I do believe it will get nominated for an Oscar and Best Actor and Best Director. I don't know if it'll win any of those, but at least if they give Nat Turner the nomination, I will be happy. I'm going to give Birth of a Nation a solid 9.3 out of 10. I really hope you enjoyed this review of The Birth of a Nation. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to tell everyone about me. And please, don't forget to be blessed.